welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to go over my end of week 7 and we're going to review my goals and we're going to go over my goals for week 8 and give a quick update on my weight. So let's get started. Before I talk about all the things that happened this last week, I want to mention that it was my birthday, yay! And it wasn't my big milestone birthday that I'm working toward. I turned 39 this last week, and I've just been kind of gearing up and kind of getting a head start on next year when I will turn 40, and I am wanting to build this healthier lifestyle. And I'm super excited because my family got me a Fitbit Versa for my birthday, and I've been so excited to learn how to use it and to incorporate it into my weight loss journey. So I'm thinking that maybe for 2021, some of my goals might include some of the step counting challenges. So gives me something to look forward to. But right now, my goals for week 7 were really the toughest thing was the 21-day fix portion of it, doing those exercises every single day, even though they're just 30 minutes. It seems sometimes challenging for me to work those into my day and to make myself a priority because I am parenting 3 young children and I'm homeschooling those 3 young children full time. And so that takes up the majority of my time. And so sometimes I find myself wondering, how am I going to get this workout in? But I did do it. I haven't missed a day. In 14 days, I have hit every single one of those workouts. So I'm very excited about that for my 21-day fix goal. The eating with the 21-day fix portion control has not been spot on, but I think for the Christmas season, in my mind, it works more like bumper pads, like when you go bowling, and just having those boundaries in there, they kind of keep me within the lane, headed toward my goal, but kind of flexible during this Christmas season. Because last week I made sugar cookies and I hit my goal with that. I ate 2 pieces of dough and 1 cookie, and that was all. And I felt really good about that. And then it was my birthday, and for my birthday I had a piece of bundt cake because I love nothing but cakes, and my sweet sister sent me one for my birthday, so I had some of that cake. And then my husband's birthday was also happening, and so for his birthday we had Texas Roadhouse and cookie cake, and so it was a lot of celebration. But I'm really proud of myself that even though I ate those foods and I participated in the celebratory partying, I didn't go overboard, and I stopped when I was full. I didn't eat 5 pieces of cake. I ate 1 piece of cake. And I just made those healthy choices that I've been practicing every single day that I don't do automatically. That is not my default setting. My default setting is to do lots of cake and lots of Texas Roadhouse, and not to have those boundaries in there to say, okay, that was enough and I need to move forward. So I'm pretty proud of myself this week because we've had a lot of things happening. So even though I didn't eat perfectly on the 21-day fix portion control, it is a helpful tool to keep me eating that way most of the time. My other thing that I think has been really beneficial for me is my 24-hour fast once a week. So on Mondays, I do my 24-hour fast. I start my fast on Sunday evenings, and then I fast all the way through till Monday evening. And that has been really beneficial for me. The first time I did it, I had terrible headaches, but this coming up will be my 4th week of doing it, and I think it's helpful for me mentally to push through that time. I think it's helpful for my body to have a reset and a refresh. And then if you read studies about it, it looks like long term there are several benefits from incorporating a fast into your life. So for now, I'm liking that, and I'm going to keep doing that definitely through the month of December. So that was good. I did that successfully this last week. My coffee goals, I'm still doing pretty well, and that's becoming more of a habit where I don't have to think about it so regularly, so I'm thankful for that. My water goals are on, and this week I might increase my water even more than the 80, because when I weigh, it's showing that my water is a little bit low. So I think I might increase that back up to maybe 90 ounces per day and see how I feel after that. My walking, I did my walking goal every day. I find the walking to be very refreshing for my body because it's low impact, but also for my mind, just to be outside and just to clear my mind and to kind of calm me. So the walking has been beneficial for me physically as well as mentally. My stretching is becoming more of a habit because when I stretch, it definitely loosens up my whole body, and I just sleep better at night if I stretch before I go to bed. So that is something that's becoming more second nature for me as well. I would say the thing that I do not do super well is the eating boundary of 6 p.m. to 8 a.m. I have trouble always stopping at 6 p.m. and starting at 8. But I read this thing recently that said boundaries are just to keep you heading towards your goal, and they're flexible. They're not restrictions. So I think as long as I keep it like that, and I use my Zero app to make sure when I stop eating that I don't eat again for at least 12 hours, that I just need to have a mental mindset of I'm being flexible. It doesn't have to be a rigid 6 p.m. to 8 a.m. It needs to be a flexible 12-hour window from the time I stop eating at night until the time I start eating the next day. So that's how I'm approaching that now. So I may change that on my goal sheet just to say a 12-hour fast from evening to the next day, because I think that's a more accurate reflection of what I'm actually doing right now. Okay, so those are my goals from week 7. And as I head into week 8, I am only adding one thing, and that is to journal 10 minutes every single day. I do a little one line a day journal that just kind of chronicles what my family is doing. But I would like to do something more focused for me in this weight loss journey. And especially since I don't talk a lot about this, the gratitude aspect about this, but that is very, very much a part of my journey, is every day practicing a gratitude mindset and recognizing that I have so much more than I deserve in my life, and keeping my mind intentionally focused on those things instead of the things that I wish I had, or I wish I did better, or I wish I could do. I'm trying not to focus on that or things that I consider not fair or fair. Instead, when I have thoughts like that, I'm pausing and intentionally thinking about all the wonderful things in my life that I have to be grateful for. And I'd like to take that a step forward and be more intentional and kind of start my day with 10 minutes of journaling, just the things that have been helping me. So as I look back on this time, I can just remember how far I've come, not just physically, but also from a very mental standpoint and a spiritual standpoint. My faith is very important to me, and I think that you can't separate those 3 components. We can't separate our minds and our bodies and our souls. They just all work together. So if we're feeding our minds and our spirits things that are really negative, I think our bodies do reflect that. And I think it just takes time to kind of transition from the inside out in a long lasting sort of way. So I think the journaling will help me focus on that component. And along with that, I've talked about that I got this book, or I listened to this book from the library, 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do. And I listened to it with the author reading it, and I loved it so much. I've listened to it twice. And then I ordered the book. And right now, I saw today on her Instagram, at Amy Morin Author, if you go to her Instagram, she's doing a book giveaway. If you comment on her Instagram feed, you could potentially win one of her books. So you might want to check that out today. But I highly recommend this book. And I think I'm going to incorporate this into my journaling, just because she has so many great questions at the end of each chapter for you to think about and process through, and then think through how you want to apply those to your life. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do right now, is that I want my goals to not have to be written up on my goal sheet and I have to like think about them and intentionally mark them off. Eventually, I want those things to become so much a part of my life that I just do them without having to think about it every single day. Have I hit all my goals? I'm building this lifestyle that I want to sustain for my whole life. So that's it for my week 8 goals journaling. Okay, so that brings me to my weight loss for this week. Dun, 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 dun. I did lose weight. I'm proud of myself for that. I lost 0.8 pounds. And so I'm not sure what that brings my total weight loss to since I started this vlogging, but I can tell you that since I started this intentional journey in September, I have lost 12 pounds. So I know that. So since September, I've lost 12 pounds. I'm very proud of myself. It's not coming off quickly, but it is coming off. Like, I'm definitely trending down, and hey, that's where I want to be trending. And more than that, I am moving so much better. My knee is feeling so much better. This week, I was able to walk up my stairs without using any of the railings, and I was able to walk up left, right. Before, I was having to just only walk up off of my left foot because my right knee was hurting so bad. So I'm very excited about that non-scale victory. Yay for a little bit of weight loss, but even more so the fact that my life overall, because my mobility is getting so much better, my life overall is improving. The last thing I want to leave you with is this image that I found on a friend's social media page. And I just love this image of seeing that it takes all of these small steps to get where you're wanting to go, and that it really is about consistency over perfection. It doesn't matter like if it's all perfect and perfectly even. If you can't get to the first rung, what's the point? You're not going to get to the top. You need just to have that consistent small step over time, and then you're going to get to your goal. So I just love this visual, and I just want to remind you to stay consistent, to take the small steps, and we can do this. It will help us to get to our goals. So I hope that you have a wonderful Christmas season, and I will see you next week at the end of week 8. Bye.